What I wanted to do with this presentation is to bring it down to a very local level in terms of East Lindsey and East Lincolnshire. So I wanted to cover 5 areas. First of all, to talk to you a little bit about Visit East Lincolnshire, which is the destination management partnership for East Lindsey. Then to share with you some of the marketing stuff that we've been doing for this year for our campaign. And then to talk about aviation heritage, our website, and also to talk about the Lincolnshire Wilds, because it's not all about the coast that we work on. So in terms of Visit East Lincolnshire, it was established in 2012 in response, obviously, to the closure of Visit Lincolnshire. And I think it's really important to get across that it's not just a marketing organisation. We're so much more than that. It's about being a collective voice for tourism. It's about generating economic growth. It's about raising standards in terms of the visitor experience through the development of skills and training, and working collectively in making sure that the money we spend wisely and we don't duplicate. So what have we delivered since 2012? We have over 40 members now. There's 3 levels of membership. There's a destination partner, of which we have 30. Then we have a general membership level, which is really aimed at small businesses that can't afford to join at the higher level. That's £250. We have 11 now. And we also have an association level as well, which is for chambers of trades and organisations like SEQA. This I'm focusing on the sort of marketing aspect of what we've delivered for the last 2 years. So in terms of the Target Series newspaper, you may have seen it just before the school holidays. We've produced a 12-page supplement promoting the members and in general the area. We also ran a 6 weeks radio campaign with Links FM, where each week a lucky winner could win a VIP prize. We've also done stuff that we haven't ever embarked on before. We felt as an organisation that the West Midlands was a key area for us geographically, with the dualling of the A46. Drive times to Skegness and to East Lincolnshire is so much easier now. So we decided to go on the back of the buses for a whole year. We weren't sure what that success would be. But anecdotally, we're hearing from not just the accommodation providers, but also from visitor attractions, that they're hearing more people with a West Midlands accent. And so they're saying actually it is generating business. We've done increased national press, what we call lead generation activity. And we're really ramping up our social media marketing because it's so important, as already has been explained by Jason and by Chris, that that really is the future for us in terms of marketing. And also we've taken advantage of joining Visit England in their thematic campaigns, which I'll talk about a bit later. And obviously the group travel market is still a key market for us. So what next for Visit East Lincolnshire? Well, obviously we want to grow our membership. As I say, we're just over 40 members now, and the membership recruitment is growing at a quicker pace. We've partnered now with the Lincolnshire Chamber of Commerce, who provide our membership recruitment and financial accounting for us, obviously in return for a fee. And looking at funding opportunities, as Chris has said, there's funding out there. We've worked very much closely with Boston College and Butlins and the National Coastal Tourism Academy about putting together a bid for the next round of coastal communities funding, which for us, the element that we're interested in is about actually upskilling businesses to make sure that the welcome that visitors receive is the very best. In response to the Lincolnshire Destination Management Plan, we now need to formalise our own management plan for Visit East Lincolnshire to see how we inform on the wider plan and what it actually means for us locally. And obviously a continuation of our marketing activity and developing skills and training opportunities where we can. The bit I like, the marketing bit, or the pretty stuff. This year we've spent just over £85,000, or we will do by the end of the campaign, of which about a third is actually funded from Visit East Lincolnshire, so it's being supported by the private sector. And there's 5 areas. We look at national press, because we need to make sure that Skegness is out there in the national press. Regional campaigns in the West Midlands and East Midlands, working with Visit England, and then obviously the work that we do with consumer and trade shows. In terms of our national press and lead generation activity, this you may not see very well, especially if you're at the back, is just examples of some of the advertorial and adverts that we've actually put into the national press, into targeted direct mail, and also we do a range of online consumer surveys and email campaigns. We work with a company based in Devon called Carrier Direct. They are what we call our fulfillment house. So all our brochures are sent to them. We print 65,000 visitor guides each year. They keep them for us. And so every time somebody rings up, they ring a dedicated number, you won't be able to see it, but it gets answered as visit Skegness, Maberthorpe and the Lincolnshire Wolds. They say, can I have a copy of the guide? They take their details and they ask them specifically where they saw the advert or heard about the guide. So that way we can actually measure to see what is actually working more effectively for us, so we know where to put more of our resources into. And if something isn't working, then we don't use it for the next year. This is an example of, we took the rear of 3 buses last year in Walsall, Wolverhampton and West Bromwich. Really, the key message, and you won't be able to see it, was actually to go to our website to find out more information and to order a copy of our brochure. Again, anecdotally, the businesses were telling us it had worked. They were, it's converting into bookings, which is, what's so important to us. So we repeated it for this year, but we're also, for a 6-week period, taking the size of 30 buses as well as an additional activity in that area. We also did some regional advertorial in the Birmingham Post. An XXL is just a massive broadsheet that was inserted into the paper. And we've also did a website takeover of the Birmingham Mail. Never done that before, but we did it for 6 days. And the increase in traffic was dramatic, because obviously we measure all our website traffic as well. And in terms of that, in terms of social media this year, in terms of, for the whole of last year, up into the period of this year, we've seen something like a 60% increase in website traffic. And we know that as well through the brochures that are being ordered online as well. We didn't want to forget, obviously, the East Midlands market. It's our loyal market. So again, this year we focused on some specific local newspapers, and also went into the Primary Times as well. As a mother of 2, I know when the school holidays come up, they thrust me a copy of the Lincolnshire Primary Times, and so flicking through it, thought it was a great opportunity for us to actually promote the area through primary school children. And then we've had the opportunity to join Visit England on 3 specific campaigns. The first one was the English Seaside. That's where there was advertorial in the IPC magazines of, where you can see Women, Chat, Pick Me Up Essentials, Women and Home. That was in March. That then followed with a specific piece about the English countryside. So that focus was about getting out and exploring the Lincolnshire Wolds through walking and cycling. And that was through the Time Out supplement of London. And next, due to come out shortly, will be with the Guardian, with a specific focus on cycling. And as Chris has already mentioned, Lincolnshire is just fantastic for cycling. It caters for all needs for family routes, or if you want to be a bit more strenuous, then the Lincolnshire Wolds is the perfect playground for cycling. And then consumer and trade shows. In terms of trade shows, we attended the Best of Britain and Ireland. That's a trade show that took place at the NEC in Birmingham in March. That's where we're talking to coach and tour operators and encourage them to bring their groups into the area. And then it's really important that whilst we'll say it is in county, that we actually still talk to Lincolnshire people through the Lincolnshire show, and obviously at Waddington, which does actually draw in people from outside of the county. But we still feel it's really important that we actually get the message across about what there is to do in East Lincolnshire to Lincolnshire people. In terms of our aviation heritage, I probably don't need to tell you, we're so rich in aviation heritage that we felt it was important that we actually made more of this in terms of as an opportunity to reach different audiences and attract different visitors into the area. So last year we launched our East Lindsey Aviation Guide with an initial print run of 10,000 copies. I think within something like 6 months, every single copy had gone. The demand, the interest was just absolutely phenomenal. So we printed those brochures again. We work with the British Legion, and obviously we distribute the guides through our tourist information centres and anyone that will take them. And we're now currently working on a memorials guide, which will be ready for early summer. And then this is our website, visiteastlincolnshire.com. It is recognised as the official website for Visit East Lincolnshire. Members of Visit East Lincolnshire have an enhanced presence on the website, but if you're not a member of Visit East Lincolnshire, is not a problem at all. We will put any East Lindsey business, tourism business on our website. So what I'd ask for you to do today is when you go back, check to see if you're on there. If you are on there and you want to change any of your text or your images, then please do get in contact with us. We do regularly look for updates, but we do actually rely on you to tell us what changes you'd like to make. And then obviously we're ramping up in terms of our exposure through social media, and so we do a lot now on Facebook and Twitter, so please come and like our Facebook page, and please come and follow us on Twitter. And then finally, in terms of the Lincolnshire Wolds and Market Towns, this publication was produced in 2012 and was funded through the surplus of income that we'd made from our main visitor guide. We felt it was really important that we had something that also promotes the inland area as well, so there's not always the feeling that everything just happens on the coast, because it doesn't. And we do know that people who stay on the coast, if they're there for a short break or a week, love to come inland. Yes, they do a couple of days on the coast, but after that they're looking for different experiences and places to go. So we're running out of this current publication. It needs to be updated. So we're now looking at opportunities to work with West Lindsey and North East Lincolnshire as well, who share similar characteristics in terms of the market towns and the Wolds offer. So looking to see, if we can make a bigger presence in terms of promoting the Lincolnshire Wolds and the market towns, but actually just wider than East Lindsey. Thank you for listening. Any questions?